Hello, IEJ76 Ian here. Welcome to AOR Tier F8, round 16 of the championship from Suzuka. It's the Japanese Grand Prix. We've qualified in a very disappointing 17th out of 20 drivers. We mucked up our last lap, did another half spin, so we could have ended up probably 10th based on how we were doing on that lap, but we start 17th and we're starting with the hardest medium tyre. So Boniface is on pole, Washi is second. His championship rival McQuiz is in 5th. The lights come on and we're off, and we get a reasonable start compared with Lamaro and second, and Zeke, our teammate, hits the pit wall. We have to move slightly to avoid Lamaro, so we're up to 16th, but bad news for our teammate there. And there's a couple of guys crashing there. Jerry Force, the new Swedish driver of the Williams, has crashed, and up our outside is Daniel UK who goes through, so we're still in 16th. But just up ahead on the right hand side you see Denzamo and David Ben have had a crash together, so we've gained 2 more spots. A few drivers around us running on mediums, but a lot of the guys obviously that qualify in the top 10 have to start on the super softs that they did their fastest time with. We were outside the top 10, so we didn't need to do that. So I'm trying to look as far ahead as I can to spot any incidents before they arrive, so I can get out of the way of them. And there's going to be some incidents there. Yep, Noodle Dougal spun under the bridge, so we're up to 13th. And Limaro and Danny UK having a great battle, going switching side by side there through this fast flat out section. I was just keeping an eye to see whether those two would collide, but they didn't. As we come towards Spoon Curve, a race, this one, not expected to be wet. It's been wet in a lot of the practices that we'd had during the week, and I was hoping it was going to stay dry. Very luckily it did. So through 130R, and we're slipping back a bit from the cars in front, but a lot of those on super softs, which is 2 compounds quicker than us. We're hoping to go long on the mediums and then make a stop probably to the softs. So lap 2, we're in 13th place. Lamaro's ahead. David Benny's recovering from that incident with Denzamo, comes around the outside again. We're not going to fight him, he's too quick for us, and we let him go. So lap 3, we're in 14th place. Guy Hoyts is a couple of seconds behind us. Danny UK is a couple of seconds ahead. As we go through the Degner curves, we run a little bit wide through Degner 1, but through Degner 2, Danny goes really wide, and David Ben also has a problem on the outside, so we're up to 12th. And we're on lap 7, so we're into pit stop territory. A lot of the quick guys are making their pit stops. As Lamaro has a crash, we go through up to 9th. Buford National may or may not have been involved with that, I don't know, but he's certainly slowed. He's on the super soft tyres, and we're catching him at the moment. Through this narrow section as Buford National goes wide, and we make another spot up to 8th. Lap 8 out of the hairpin, more than amazing, who's out of sync with us with pit stop, so he's going for the win, and we don't waste any time. We actually back out the throttle and let him through. There's no point in fighting him, as we'll just lose more time and potentially crash ourselves. Lap 9 now, so we are still in 9th place, and we make a terrible mistake going through the Dunlop curve. We've got rev wing damage, we lose a lot of time going off through the gravel, trying to rejoin without affecting anyone else's race, although hopefully we will ghost. And this is a real shame, because we had a chance at this stage to maybe even get into the top 10. So we've come into the pits to change our nose, which will take a number of seconds. We're going on to the soft tyres. I wasn't happy that it was the super softs would last, certainly 17 laps. I don't think they would. So onto the softs, and we're going to rejoin. I think with 2 cars coming down the pit straight, we're going to go back down to 19th place. Onto lap 20, and we're actually in 15th place with other pit stops and incidents that have happened to others. And second is really close behind us. Now he and I ran pretty close, within a second or 2 seconds for a lot of laps in this mid part of the race. It was quite fun trying to keep ahead of him. He didn't get quite close enough at this stage to get through, just managed to hold him off. Lap 24, and ahead Dyson has rejoined. He's a lap down, so he's going to have to let us through, but he turns into us in the braking zone. Whether he was trying to get out of the way or he put his wheel on the grass, I'm not sure. He did apologise afterwards. But that has affected our race, because we've got wing damage that's allowed second to have a run on us out of spoon curve and goes up the inside with a nice move into 130R. So lap 25, so we actually come on to lap 26, which will be our last lap, because Boniface, the leader at this point, has lapped us, and we're actually coming back at Danny UK, who I believe is catching Noodle Dougal ahead, and Noodle Dougal is perhaps slowing him up, so it gives an opportunity to try and close up. But unfortunately we don't. Our wing damage has affected us, and we're going to come through the chicane for the last time, and it looks like we're going to finish 17th, which is clearly our worst result of the season. Getting tougher and tougher with these full 20 car grids. We crossed the line, but we didn't realise a lot of people ahead have got penalties, so actually we come home in 14th, so that's not quite as bad. So the winner was Boniface's second win of the season, second place, first podium in F8 this season is more than amazing in the Sauber, and in third is Washi, the championship leader. McQuiz finished just behind him in fourth. So championship positions, just the top two now clear. One of those will be champion. Washi's lead is only 5 points, so it's getting exciting towards the end of the season. As for ourselves, we're still in 6th, but Honk, who's finished between 4th and 6th in all races he's had since joining the league, is really close to us, and I'd say it's almost impossible that we're going to be able to hold him off for 6th, and we may well lose another spot. But we'll try and get points, return to the points in the next race, and that's the American Grand Prix from Austin.